Hello and welcome back. We're going to read chapter 25 today of Wayside School Gets a Little Stranger by Sachar. It is called Guilty. As you know, we left off, Miss Nogard can hear the children's thoughts, and she was being particularly mean to them, finding out what concerned them or worried them, bothered them, and then she was using that to make them feel bad. Make them angry. And we're going to also find out that she kind of uses it to turn them against each other too. So Miss Nogard has turned out to be not too nice. Although Lewis was very curious if she was Miss Nogard or Mrs. Nogard. Chapter 25, Guilty. Some of the children were working on their workbooks, others were reading their reading books, and still others were computing on computers. Miss Nogard looked from one to another. Eeny, meeny, miny, Mauricia, she thought. Mauricia was stamping a stamp. Mauricia, said Miss Nogard, will you come here, please? Mauricia walked to the front of the room. Yes, she said cheerfully. Don't yes me, young lady, said Miss Nogard. You know what you did. Mauricia looked back at the teacher. What did I do, she wondered. Miss Nogard waited patiently. Everyone is guilty of something. I didn't do anything, did I? Thought Mauricia. I've been good, I think. Unless she found out about that dictionary page I accidentally tore. No, she couldn't know about that. It happened before she even got here. And I don't think anybody saw me do it. I didn't do anything, she said. I probably should have told Mrs. Jules about it, she realized. But it wasn't really even my fault. I was looking up how to spell journey for my journal, and the page just ripped all by itself. It's one thing to do something wrong, Mauricia, said Miss Nogard, but when you do it, you should admit to it. We all make mistakes, but when you lie about it, you make matters worse for yourself. Mauricia nodded and tried to figure out what to do. If Miss Nogard knew she tore the dictionary page, then of course she should admit to it. But there's no way Miss Nogard could know. It was impossible. I don't know what you mean, she said innocently. I didn't do anything wrong. She smiled at the teacher. Miss Nogard stared at her a long moment, then said, Will you please bring me the dictionary? The smile dropped off Mauricia's face and crashed to the floor. The dictionary lay on top of the bookcase. Mauricia numbly went after it. How could she know, she wondered. It's impossible. Maybe she just wants to look up a word. She carried the heavy book to Miss Nogard. Thank you, Mauricia, said Miss Nogard, flipping through the pages. I need to look up journey. Mauricia couldn't take it any longer. I ripped it, she cried out. I tore the dictionary. I'm sorry. I don't even know how it happened. I was just turning the page, really. Maybe pages have like a certain number of turns in them, like 999, and then when you turn the page the 1,000th time, it'll rip, no matter who turns it. Miss Nogard sadly shook her head. I'm very disappointed in you, she said. Not only did you vandalize the dictionary, but then you lied about it. I thought I could trust you, Mauricia. I guess I was wrong. I'm a horrible person, Mauricia agreed. I'm sorry. Don't apologize to me, said Miss Nogard. This is not my dictionary. It belongs to the class. Mauricia had to stand in front of the class and tell them she was sorry. Then, since nobody would ever be able to use that page again, she had to read it aloud to the class. She struggled through difficult words like journalism and judicious. Speak up, said Miss Nogard. Speak up, Miss Nogard had to keep reminding her. And everyone needs to pay close attention because there will be a test on this when Mauricia is finished. Hey, that's not fair, complained Jason. We didn't rip the dictionary. Why should we be punished? It's not punishment, said Miss Nogard. It's for your own good. Since you can no longer use that page, you need to memorize it. Thanks a lot, Mauricia, griped Jenny. When Mauricia finished reading it, Miss Nogard made her turn the page over and read the back side, too. But I only ripped the front, said Mauricia, not the back. Then she finished, and she returned to her seat, angry and upset. She wasn't upset or angry at Miss Nogard. Miss Nogard was just being fair, she thought. But there was only one way Miss Nogard could have known about the torn page, she realized. Somebody in the class must have seen her tear it and tattled on her. She looked around the room from Dee Dee to Todd to Terrence to Joy. She didn't trust any of them. One of her friends was a no-good, dirty, double-crossing snake in the grass. And that's the end of the chapter. Chapter 26, Never Laugh at a Shoelace, coming up next. See you soon.